Cookie in the Kitchen is all about bites with benefits for gamers or anyone else who needs sustained long-term energy. So what it is an animal-style lean burger. And animal-style, I don't know if you're familiar with it, but it's one of the secret menu items on the In-N-Out menu, and it's caramelized onions on a burger. We're doing it a lower fat way. So we're using 8% fat meat, ground beef. And these are already prepared in patties, which I love, so you don't have to get your fingers dirty, and it's just fast and easy. And the reason why you want a lower fat meat is because you don't want the food to sit like a lump in your stomach, because that actually makes you feel exhausted and like you need to take a nap. But lean beef is a great source of protein. Actually, 4 ounces of lean beef provides more than 50% of the protein that you need to have every day. It's great for sustained energy. It also is filled with zinc, which helps to minimize fatigue. And the reason is because it pulls fatigue-creating carbon dioxide out of your muscles, and it makes it so that you stay alert longer. Then, turkey bacon. Now I start, so you start with the lean burger and you start cooking that on a pan, low heat. I like it medium rare. You put a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. I like white pepper on both sides of the patty before you start cooking so that you get some flavor into it. Because that helps, salt helps to pull out the flavor of really anything. You don't want to do too much, you don't want it to taste like a salty burger. You want it to taste like a juicy, wonderful burger, and that's what salt does. Then, on another pan, you're going to start with turkey bacon, and this is an extra lean turkey bacon. It has 0.5 grams of fat and 20 calories per serving. And what's great about turkey bacon and turkey in general is it's another great source of lean protein. It also has been shown to help improve testosterone levels and improve the mood. So you start with that on a pan, cooking the turkey until it's nice and crispy. You're going to use a little bit of olive oil because you're not using regular bacon because it's just so fatty and artery clogging. So instead, you need to add a little bit of fat so that the bacon can crisp up and cook. So a little bit, maybe half a tablespoon of olive oil with the turkey bacon. Then once the turkey bacon is nice and starting to get crispy, you're going to cut it into slices and add a half of a sliced onion. So slice it thin, however you want to cut the onion, put it into the turkey bacon and let it mix. What you're trying to do is caramelize the onion, which means you're going to reduce it down until it's almost see-through. And what it's doing is pulling out the sugars, so it's making the onion sweet. Onion is filled with sulfur, which helps to produce an antioxidant that helps increase the circulation of blood flow in your vessels, which helps to improve vision, because the more blood flow you're getting into those tiny little blood vessels, the better your vision is. It's also great for detoxifying and immune boosting. Then, once the onion has been reduced a little bit, you're going to add about a tablespoon of ketchup. This is the reduced sugar ketchup. It has fewer calories, fewer carbs, and still tastes amazing, and that's why I love it. Then you're going to add about a tablespoon of balsamic vinegar. Balsamic is great because it helps to energize. It also helps with digestion and fat burning. So you're going to make sure that the heat isn't super high. You want it to be kind of low so that you're not burning everything. Then you're going to add about a half a tablespoon of Worcester sauce. It adds just a little bit more flavor, more punch, and a depth to this compote, this animal-style part of the burger. Then about 1 drop of liquid smoke. 1 drop. That's all you need. Liquid smoke adds a smokiness, obviously. If you put too much liquid smoke, it tastes pretty foul. So this is where you need to be in control. 1 drop. Everything else, I don't really measure. It's just sort of to taste, except for this. Then again, a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. You're going to continue reducing it until the onion compote is really soft and the onions are limp. It's going to take about 15 minutes. And then I like to use whole wheat bread instead of a regular hamburger bun because it has fiber, which is great, again, for energy, for long-term, slow-release energy. Then I put a little bit of Swiss cheese on top. This is Laughing Cow Light Creamy Swiss, and I like it because it adds a little bit of a punch. So you have the sweetness from the onions because the onions have now been caramelized, so they're sweet, and then this adds a nice creamy texture. Swiss cheese is also filled with enzymes that help to calm and focus the mind. It's also filled with calcium. All dairy is filled with calcium, and calcium is a natural fat burner, particularly in the stomach area. So I've already made it because it would just be way too long and boring for me to cook this for you. So here is the burger and the whole wheat bread thin. It's a sandwich thin. It's only 100 calories and half a gram of fat. And then this is the onion turkey bacon compote. See how the onions are like, they're see-through, they're caramelized. And then it has the different extra colors, and that's because, or the deepness, the rich brown. It smells so good. And that's from all of the other components, from the balsamic and the Worcester. So I'm just going to place everything together. I mean, you can really slather it because this is low fat. It tastes so amazingly decadent, but it's super low fat. And then the cheese. If you don't want the cheese, you don't have to do the cheese. That's okay. I just like it, and it adds an extra calming component that I like, and it makes me feel like I'm really splurging, but really, I think it's 0.15 grams of fat and 35 calories per piece of cheese. So again, not splurging at all. Just open it, put it on the top, and I toasted this bun. I don't have a toaster oven or a toaster, so I just put it upside down on the flame for about 5 seconds, and it created a nice toastiness on both sides of the bun, which adds a little bit more flavor, burned flavor, which I like, so fine. And then you have your animal style burger that is the perfect bite with benefits for sustained energy and focus, and it is so good. I could eat this all day on anything. You should make extra. Put it in the fridge. Put it on sandwiches or as a side or on top of steamed spinach or broccoli. So, the point is, I want you to be able to live better and ultimately feel better about yourself. And that is your Quickie in the Kitchen today. If you want to know more about Bites with Benefits or Quickies in the Kitchen, you can go to the Your Shape Facebook fan page, where I am every day giving tips and recipes and insight on how to live fit, on how to improve your game and improve your life.